But you, as a young band, you had a really great big self-esteem, and also in interviews from the beginning of the 80s, you were talking about we become one fine day like the Beatles or Rolling Stone. I mean, here you are now.
It was all front. It was all front. It was just a way of
was it a front
bigging ourselves up so we could climb on stage and do it, you know. You have to do that sometimes.
It's a sort of Irish thing as well. If we came from the UK, we probably would have played it a lot cooler, you know. But it's a bit like the hip-hop scene, you know. Those guys are always bigging themselves up, you know, because they come from working class backgrounds. They don't play in it cool, you know. They're saying, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is where we want to go. So coming from the north side of Dublin, that was kind of it. And we couldn't afford to play it the other way because the odds were against us making it. And there's a funny thing happens when you step out in faith in your life, when you speak something, when you tell people you're going to do something, you then have to do it. You sort of embarrass yourself into doing it.
Okay.
So we used to just, you know, but we also knew we had a kind of we had this spark. We had very little else. We couldn't really play very well. And, you know, we were very, very inexperienced, but we had a kind of magic, a chemistry. When we played, you know, something went off in the room. And we started with that spark. A lot of other bands looked cooler, acted cooler, could play better. They had everything, but it.
But you got the magic.
We just had the it. Everything else we were sort of figuring out.
Still trying to figure it out.
But I think there are some people in the old days which thought that you won't come this far. And I mean, how did you deal with those critics or those people who didn't believe in you?
We found out where they got their from.
That's a good point.
Made better music.
That's true, yeah.
Rock and roll is the sound of revenge.
Yeah.
It is, you know.
That's true, yeah.
Did you say that? That's very
That's
good.
true.
Very good.
That's a good one. We'll keep this.
Just write that down.
Yeah. So, is there any new band out there where you say, oh, they're gonna make it, they will be the next U2?
There's a band called the Rolling Stones, I've heard. They are really good.
Who's this now?
I think they're going to go they have a very cool drummer.
Yeah,
and not
okay.
a bad guitar player. They got a new singer, no, I love you.
But is it like...
I'd like to stick up for the singer.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's
Carried that band on his back.
He has.
Yeah. He's also a friend of yours, also mentioned in the thank you list. I read
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
album.
Good bloke.
So, also Billy Corgan, I read as well. So is he also a friend of yours, or was he
Yeah, we got
involved
very
in...
upset and cross
Really?
when Smashing Pumpkins broke up.
Mm.
The same, we also got kind of annoyed when Rage Against the Machine broke up.
Ah, that's
It's
sad.
hard to keep a band going, you know what I mean? It's sort of, any relationship is difficult to keep going. Friendship, lovers, you know, anything. It's hard to keep going. I understand.
Rhythm section. It's really hard.
I understand why people just give up under the strain of it, but it is an extraordinary thing to be in a band, and I miss Smashing Pumpkins being in the world. I think they were great.
Good band, but you as a band, you stick together now for 23 years, which is amazing. I mean, what's the secret behind it, that you're gonna keep so well together?
Personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene is important. But also we are completely unemployable in any other capacity at this point.
Nowhere else to go, I think.
Yeah, that's about it. So
It's really, really true. Oh, the other three.
If there would be one fine day somebody of you saying, well, thanks gentlemen, I had a wonderful time with you, but now I'm off, I need a break forever, what would happen with you two?
we're just a small ad in NME, just in the wanted columns.
I think what we just say is, drummers, you find them anywhere.
I see it's going to be a drummer bad day. Yes, that's okay.
So this couldn't happen. There wouldn't be any future of you two.
Every album we make, we go into it like it's our last album. And every tour like it's our last tour. because we don't want to be those. We don't want to live off our past.
Mm.
You know, our present is what's important. And Larry often says he feels like we've got unfinished business.
Mm.
And I think we all agree with that. It's like you two, we're kind of, it's a grudge match, you know. We've got something going on. We believe in the power of rock and roll. We believe that a rock and roll band can take you places that, you know, the dance crew or the hip hop crew can't. They can do amazing things, but not what we can do. And right now, we have that, the spirit is with us, and we want to see how far we can take that.
Next question.
Next question. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, let's go back to your new album. Your new album is called All That You Can't Leave Behind. What is it? What you can't leave behind?
Viva for a start.
I think being a band, you know, that's we made a good job with the pop album of deconstructing what a band is, and with this record, we made a promise to one another at the beginning of the album that it would be an album that featured the band and the chemistry of the members of the band playing off one another. And I suppose that's one of the things in the end, where technology is opening up so many new possibilities for songwriters and musicians. Being a band is becoming kind of a rare thing, and in the end it's kind of the essence of what we do. So this record became about that.
On the cover of the record there is this photo shoot from the Gaulle airport in Paris, and also the video of a beautiful day. And in the elevation clip, finally there's also an aeroplane. So it's a lot about flights, aeroplanes. What's the message behind it?
We spent a lot of time in airports. We sort of feel quite at home there.
It's an elevation thing.
An elevation thing to lift you up, to take you away.
I think the planes in the elevation video, where the video was done by a guy called Joseph Kahn. He's going to be
Jonas Ackland.
no, the elevation.
Oh,
video.
elevation. Sorry, I thought you were talking about planes.
Okay,
and
no, I'm a
beautiful
drummer,
day.
but I actually. So the elevation video was done by this guy Joseph Kahn. He lives in Hollywood. He's a really smart guy, and he put the planes in as a sort of a tip of the hat to Jonas. So it was kind of just saying, I really liked what you did before. It was a great at the end. So it was that.
So it's not a thing that goes
I don't think there's a theme. We're not very good on themes.
Alrighty.
Travelogue.
This is why the band had stayed together so long.
Ah, yeah, okay. About the humor. There's a lot of humor going on.